What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com, Venture Sports Consulting. Happy Saturday, everyone. And let's do a recap. I've got a few things that I want to go over. An announcement for you guys, something that you've wanted to come back, that we will be bringing back. But I'm going to try something a little new that I think you guys will like, and I think a lot of you will appreciate, and you'll see why in just a minute. So we're going to do that. Let's do a recap for what we had on Friday, and then I'm going to get you on an official free play, and I'm going to give you two lanes outside of that. Well, you can make your own discretion as to whether or not you play the lanes. I'm going to give you some thoughts on it. Really, just use your own judgment as to what you want to do. So we'll just kind of go over those games. We won't actually call them free plays. It'll just be my initial thoughts of the game, and then we'll do one official free play for sure. So let's get in. Let's go ahead and get started with a recap for what we had going on for Friday. Free play was the Minnesota Twins. I don't know if it was the Twins being just overly complacent. They were most certainly complacent on Thursday night. There's no question about it. I don't know that I wanted to call them complacent for Friday, but it's almost like they didn't really, I don't know, they really just didn't want to go after it. Now, I have a theory about it. We'll get to that in just a second when we talk about one of these games. Do I know if that's the case? No. Only the people that were playing the game know. But I have a theory. I have a thought about it, and it involves going into Saturday's game, but that remains to be seen. So we'll just see. But anyway, that was the free play that I gave you. So I'm sorry that didn't come through. Not much I can do about it. But let's jump into the premium card. We had the Cleveland Indians minus 130 on the money line. They were blanked by the White Sox. But I'll say this, the White Sox pitched well. The Indians pitched well. What do I say about errors? That one error killed them. That was what gave up one run, allowed someone to stay on base, and then a good hit drove another one in, and they just couldn't get people across the plate. They were generating hits. They were swinging the bat well. I think they were a little too conservative swinging the bat. Usually, and Cleveland's not an overly aggressive team. They're a smart team. I mean, listen, this is a Terry Francona run team. That is a smart baseball mind, an old school baseball mind, and someone who has adapted the world of analytics into his management style just as good as anyone. I mean, seriously, just as good as anyone out there. But there's a reason that he was able to put a team together with the likes of a Francisco Lindor. I don't know that Francisco will be in Cleveland much longer, but that's nor here nor there. He knows how to train his guys to play smart where they don't have to play as hard. It's why they got to the World Series in 2016. It wasn't because of how aggressive they were. They knew how to use their smarts and really wait for their pitch, know when it's coming, how to read a pitcher. But the problem is, in this day and age, especially in the division that you're in, with teams with the likes of the White Sox coming up, with a team like the Twins that come up and really just kind of booted you out of your own, off your own throne, if you will, as well as a team like the Royals that have just enough pieces at the beginning of their lineup to sneak up and bite you on any given night. You got to be aggressive at times, and they just weren't that. But it is what it is. It was minus 130 money line. We dropped that. Our top play of the day was the Los Angeles Dodgers on the run line. We led $1.40 there, and they took care of business 7-2. Had a nice write-up on that game, and then we have one play in the NBA. We laid off in the NHL for Friday, but then we have one play in the NBA, which was the Kings and the Nets under 233 points, and that one was an easy winner. So all in all, count the free play, we went 2-2, but it was still a profitable day because, as all of my clients know, every time they log in and they see their plays, it's listed down below how you play them. We flat rate all of our premium plays. We play our top plays for the same amount each time, but it goes above. So, for instance, if you're a 1-unit premium play better, every premium play is 1 unit. Whatever your 1 unit is, it could be 100, it could be 1,000, it could be 10,000. you are going to step up and go times 3 there. So you would be, if you're $100, if you're a 1 unit investor on premium plays, you'd be a 3 unit investor on top plays, on daily top plays. So you're betting to win 100 on premium, betting to win 300 if you are a $100 per unit wager. So this, maybe this will be a little, I don't know what you want to call it, a little lesson. Maybe I can help some other cappers out, teach them how to calculate juice, since especially people that like to use unit systems don't understand that juice counts. A lot of times if they were to say, okay, listen, we have one top play and 3 other premium plays, and we went 2 and 2. 1 unit on the premiums, 3 units on the top play. We won the top play, so we won 4 units. We lost 2 units. So yep, we're up 2 units on the day. No, you're not. Because what about the juice? So in a day like today, like my clients today, they took the free play at minus $1.45 and then minus 130 on the Cleveland Indians. So you're laying $1.30 and $1.45. Now you scale that however you need to the nearest 1,000 or 10,000, depending on what your 1 unit is. And you lost those. You picked up a unit on the NBA, and you picked up 3 units on the Dodgers. You're actually up a unit and a quarter. So 1 1/4 units, not 2 full units. It's a profitable day nonetheless. That's why I preach it's not always about wins and losses. There are days where we can split like we did today, going 2 and 2 and still turning a decent profit for the day. There are days where we could lose. We could go 1 and 2 and still turn a profit depending on what we won. That's why I have the system that I do. That's why I scale the games the way that I do. And that's why I preach this system like it's a religion, because it is tried, true, and it is proven. You follow it on top of the games that I give you, because obviously you got to have games that win. You can't just say, oh, I've got a good system, but I don't win. You do that, you will make money, and that's a fact. So another day of profit, that's what it's all about. The name of the game isn't just how many games you can win. I mean, obviously, I can get on here every day and preach about MLB wins, a loss from time to time, but you guys know what it is. But it's all about the profit. That is the number one and only goal here, period. Not in it to make friends. I'm not in it to, teach people how to become experts. Follow the information that I give you. Bet the way that I say bet. Make the profit. And have a good day. So, another good day. As far as what we've got going on this weekend, you can get a 3-day pass for $50. That's all premium and daily top plays in all sports. It does not include NASCAR, as always. It does include horse racing, though. Depending on what weather does. Weather is looking so-so for Saturday for the tracks that Rich is looking at, so that remains to be seen. Sunday's weather report is looking good, so we, for sure should have some horse racing on Sunday. There will be NASCAR this weekend, but again, that's not included in that. That is a completely separate purchase unless you are on an all-access pass. You can get 3 days for $50. You can get 7 full days for $100, or you can get a month for $399. Whichever floats your boat. Obviously, the best bang for your buck for what you're going to get, the amount of plays and just the longevity of it would be the month. But again, completely up to you and what suits your needs. Everybody's been asking for the live shows to come back. They are not going to be back this coming week. They will probably be back for the start of football. But what I'm going to start doing, and it's not going to be every day, it's going to be every couple of days, but I'm going to start doing some extra videos for everyone. So we're still going to do a free play video, which will give you the full recap of the day before. If we've got any specials or promos or anything that needs to be discussed, it'll be in that video. And then a true free play for the day, along with my reasonings why and a full breakdown. But then on a couple of those days where there's a fairly large card out there and plenty of stuff to choose from, I'm going to do a couple of extra 5 to 7 minute videos, 2 to 3 of them, where I take a game, one of the more popular games on the board as far as I know what people are going to be watching and interested in, and I'm just going to give them my keys to that game. Where I see pros, where I see cons for both teams, on both sides, where I see value, where I don't see value. That does not mean I'm going to give you a free play and say, you need to play this like I do on a free play video, but you will at least get my thought process and the way that I'm looking at that game then you can better make your decision as to whether or not you want to play it, lay off. Maybe it changes your thoughts on it. Maybe you had already played it and now you want to go back and hedge that bet and take the other side. It'll just be there to help you guys. And like I said, there'll be 2 or 3 of them on those days that we do it. They'll be 5 to 7 minutes long. And but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now, because I know I'll get a bunch of jackasses that'll go, "Oh, he didn't do a recap." No, there will still be a full recap, but you're not gonna get it on those 5-minute videos. So take your stubby little fingers, go back to the original free play video of the day, and then you'll see a full recap, an actual free play with a full breakdown, and anything else we've got going on. And then the videos that come after that will just be the ones where we break down a game, kind of like we would on a live show. But this will just be before the live shows come back, still kind of giving you that information, that extra bit of information, while we just right now don't have the time to do the live shows with all of these sports out. Playoffs are going to be right around the corner for every one of them. And right now, I mean, with 18-hour days, just involving games and breaking them down, making decisions, doing write-ups and everything else, I just don't have the extra time to take a couple hours to do that. Some people may, but there's a reason that we win at the rate that we do, and that's because first and foremost is games and getting those plays out to clients, and that will never take a back seat to anything. So anyway, there you go on that. That'll start at some point next week. Free play. Cleveland Indians, minus 140 on the money line. Now, here's the thing about this game. I'm not going to get into 1,000 reasons why. There's plenty of reasons why I like this game, but I'll make it pretty basic. Zach Plesac's coming back. And I don't want to say coming back like he went somewhere. He's coming back for another start. This will be his 3rd start. And I think that, truth be told, I mean, it was one bad pitch was what cost him back-to-back incredible starts for the year. He's got like a 1.8 or a 1.7 ERA for the year. He's got 17 strikeouts already, and he's just pitched well. He's pitched one game against a not-so-great team, and then he shut out a pretty significant lineup. Now, again, I have preached the world about the Chicago White Sox, and I will continue to. But the White Sox went out, and on Friday, they won. They played well. All credit to them. They deserved the win. They outplayed Cleveland, and they also didn't commit that one costly error there towards the end. But here's the thing. You have Foster going in. Foster is not only somebody that's making his true debut as a starter for this year. And, again, I didn't think he was going to go in on Saturday. I didn't. Truth be told, if you were watching the White Sox game, you saw who they started warming up in the 7th inning, and I think that I was like, that should be your Saturday starter. And even though that's not a typical rotation starter, I knew Sunday was inevitably going to be a bullpen day. They didn't have a choice. But I figured they could at least get through Saturday of not having to rely on a bullpen for the majority of the game and only having to rely on it for those few certain innings, like you do any game. But I can't say they made the wrong decision, because going to the pen and putting in the people that they did allowed them to hold that lead and win that game. Had they not done that, Cleveland, being the hitters that they are, could have very well won that game, and they probably would have. So now it's the lesser of two evils. Do you go out there, lose the lead, and lose Friday's game just to try to go out there and win Saturdays and then cross your finger on Sunday? Or do you go out there, ensure your win on Friday, and then cross your fingers for the weekend? Again, the White Sox are doing well. The White Sox are going to continue to improve. But now here's the spot. If you listen to someone talk about the White Sox, anybody that even follows baseball will tell you Sunday is going to be a bullpen day for the White Sox. We don't know if that's true yet. It was true. But the fact that Foster was going to be a Sunday starter or a Saturday closer, one of the two, and if he was a Sunday starter, he would have been that typical 1-2 inning, turn it over to the pen like the American League enjoys doing now. But the White Sox were so quick after Friday's win to announce, yep, Foster's going in Saturday. He's our starter. That tells me it's going to be a bullpen day on Saturday. They don't really have a choice. They don't have a single arm that is ready and rested enough to go out there and pitch in length. They don't have anybody. All they have that is healthy, ready, and rested is bullpen arms, closers, or openers, if you want to call them, because we can use that term now in the American League at least, and sometimes in the National League now for this weird season. They just don't have anybody. I don't think they're going to have anybody for Sunday, but they're going to have to scrounge and try to find somebody, even if it's a prospect that is somebody that they weren't looking to debut until, the halfway point of this season. 2 bullpen days is a recipe for disaster, but Saturday, they're going to have a bullpen day. Foster's not going to be able to pitch, in length. There's just no way. He's not ready at all. This rookie is literally making his first career start. Period. And the fact that they were so quick to announce it that he is going to start, I think at best he goes 4 innings. And that's saying 4 innings if he is pitching well. If he's not pitching well, he's out by the 2nd inning, which goes with any closer / opener. If he's pitching really well, trust me, they'd like to stretch him as long as they can to prevent going through, so many arms. But truth be told, we can look at it 2 ways. Plesac's coming in, I think he goes 5-6 innings like normal. And right now, even though the White Sox are hitting well, you've seen what the Indians have been able to do to them as far as prevent high scoring. Hence the 2-0 win on Friday. Put in right now, their best pitcher. What do you think they're going to be able to do? They're going to be able to, quote unquote, silence those bats, I believe. So even if Foster goes 4 innings, you still got 6 innings of a bullpen against, right now, what's going to be a pissed off Terry Francona and someone that is going to methodically pick apart that bullpen. There's no manager in baseball that is better at sizing up a bullpen and ensuring that he has the best scouting reports possible on him to ensure that he can tell his hitters, this is what you need to be looking for. And then he can also kind of level himself out by saying, okay, if this is what my batters are facing, what do I have to do to combat that to ensure that I'm not becoming vulnerable on the mound when Zach comes out of this game? Because Zach's not going to pitch all day. He very well could go through 7. I don't see it. I see him going 5, maybe 6. But I truly believe that come that time where he comes out and the bullpen takes over, Cleveland will have already done their damage, and they'll already be on the 2nd or 3rd arm of the White Sox. Maybe even the 4th. So I think that not only will Cleveland be able to strike early on what is going to be someone who has to earn his stripes against the likes of Francisco Lindor and a Cleveland Indians team coming off of a loss that just shouldn't have been, I think it's going to be a long day for the White Sox. A lot longer than people think. Where a lot of the experts were thinking that this long day might have been Sunday, might want to bump that up a little bit, because even though it hasn't been stated, and nobody will probably say it because they've announced a starter, I don't know who they think they're fooling when it comes to the likes of Terry Francona, one of the smartest baseball minds in the game, to go, oh, we got a starter, don't worry about it. We're not having a bullpen day. You're putting in a true rookie. He knows good and well it's a bullpen day for you, and you're crossing your fingers just to pray to God he gets out of the 2nd inning alive. Give me the Cleveland Indians and what I think is going to be a rout. That is your official free play for the day. That is most certainly on my premium card. It's already there. 2 other games I want you to look at. Pirates, money line minus $1.10. This is going to be one of those games where the Pirates should be, the favored team. The Pirates should win this game, but you are going to have a bullpen day for Pittsburgh, I believe. I think this could be a very high-scoring game because I think Pittsburgh can drive in some runs on what is just a fucking pathetic team in Detroit. But I also think because of the bullpen day that if Detroit is aggressive enough, They can have the chance to do it too. I know a lot of people are going to be eager to jump on the Pirates because they took a loss to Detroit on Friday. I don't know why people just assume that because a team loses to Detroit that they automatically have to win the next day. Is Detroit the worst team in baseball? Yes. And by a large majority. They are awful. I mean, they suck so bad it hurts. They're awful. But the problem is this is baseball. So just because Detroit beats a team does not automatically gift you a win and a guaranteed Detroit loss the next day. It doesn't. So, should Pittsburgh win this game? Sure. My honest advice to you would be don't be so quick to jump to a early conclusion on this one, and I'd lay off of it. Truth be told, there's just not enough value in it, even though it's the low money line. There's not enough solidified evidence within this bullpen that they can hang off anybody, even though it is Detroit. So I'd lay off this game. The Twins on the money line minus $1.50, $1.45, whatever you're getting it at. Should the Twins win this game? Yes. Would I play it? I already did, but I played it for a small amount. Half of my normal premium wager. I bet a dime a game on my premiums, so I only did it for 500, and here's why. Do I think that the Twins coming off of back-to-back losses should win this game? Yes, I do. And I think they can win it in dominant fashion. The fact that it opened up as high as it did, I think is almost like trying to trick people. Jake Odorizzi is going in for the Twins, but keep in, he's coming off of the injury list. I think that approximately 70 pitches is all you're going to get. They're going to make sure that he hits 60 as long as he's comfortable and he's not hurting at all. But there's no way they let him go above 80 pitches. Don't care how well he's pitching. He will not pitch more than 80. So I say approximately around 70. We'll meet in the middle there and say he throws 70 pitches. Here's the issue with that, or what can be the issue. You're coming off of 2 losses. You have been exposed and proven that you can be beaten when you become complacent. They have shown complacency. Now again, we're getting into what did I say? I have a thought process about it. Originally, even with Odorizzi pitching, as much as I love him, as much as I just drool over how talented he is. The fact that he's coming off of being injured, and that he's only going to pitch so many pitches, that made me go, okay, I don't need to play this. I'm just going to back off, right? But I think that that's where the decision to not go through more arms comes into play. Now, Danny Duffy, I got a lot of respect for him. I think he's more talented than people give him credit for. Yeah, he's 0-2 on the season, but he actually hasn't pitched that bad. He's got a 4.1 ERA or something like that. But considering some of the lineups that he's gone out there and played, that's not too bad. One of them was the Cubs. Monday against the Cubs, he pitched pretty damn well. But the thing is, people say, oh, are the Royals better than the Cubs? Those teams just don't know each other. Guess who knows each other very well? The Royals and the Twins, 2 teams within the same division, a team that was a champion in 2015 against a team that's been right on the cuffs of one for the past 2 years. Odorizzi is going to be limited to pitches. My guess is approximately 70 pitches. The problem is he had 178 strikeouts last year. So even at 70 pitches, that could be 70 pitches that shuts out even the best of hitters. And what did I say? You've got an extremely top-heavy lineup with Kansas City, with Soler and Merrifield. But outside of that, the bottom half of your lineup is all but non-existent. So again, here's my thought process. But of course, we don't know for sure. And that's what kept me from making a full-blown premium wager. Is I think that Jake goes in, takes care of business in the early going. If he, gives up some hits, that 70 pitches can go by very quickly, and you could find yourself running through the pen a lot earlier than you thought. Duffy's going to go in this game, and if he's pitching even just his average type of pitches. He has 16 strikeouts. He can go 5 innings, 6 innings, whatever. Kansas City will have a bullpen day after this game, and their bullpen cannot deplete themselves if they want to have any prayer of even making a game of their bullpen day. The Twins, the last 2 games, they really haven't even dug into their pen truly. I truly, truly believe in my heart, and that's what made me bet this game, period, is that they wanted to make sure that they had the full power of that bullpen to back up Jake Odorizzi, and whatever he comes out and starts with, they can sustain it, and they can make sure that when he comes back, he starts it with a win, a decisive one, and lets everybody know the Twins are still the team to beat in the AL Central, and Jake Odorizzi is still one of the top pitchers in all of the American League. So, as half of a premium wager, give me the Minnesota Twins on the money line. We'll say 150 because that's what I wagered it at, but I'm seeing 145 in a couple of spots. Your official free play of the day is the Cleveland Indians on the money line. Your second one is the Twins on the money line, just for a smaller wager. And like I said, I know a lot of people are going to be eager to bet the Pirates. My professional opinion would be to lay off that game unless I say otherwise. And otherwise would be, more information coming out in the overnight hours. That would make me change my mind. As of right now, there are 3 premium plays up on the site for Saturday in Major League Baseball. There's not one in NBA yet. Still looking into those. I'm digging into an NHL one as we speak, so there is the potential to lock in one of those before morning. And then I also have a couple of KBO plays for first thing in the morning already up there. Both of them are subject to a possible rain, a rain out. But if they don't, I love both plays. So we'll cross our fingers and hope that those games get to go. But as of right now, with what is already posted, with write-ups and everything, even if I don't put anything else up there, it's already going to be a big Saturday full of profit. Do not miss out. I love you guys. I will see you back for Sunday. Cleveland Indians, money line. That is your free premium play. And then your strong lean, I guess you could say, is take Odorizzi and the Twins, and we'll say that they saved their bullpen to back their ace up, and we'll take the Twins on the money line. See you guys.